Okay, so we're definitely going to be starting with Sprite for the under 5 event. There's a couple of decks that I had in mind playing, mostly Xyz-based decks. Goblin Biker is up there. I know some of the missions, or at least one of the missions, you need to win going second. So if it's like getting into the event, we still need going second wins, I might switch over to Zodiac, but I think for the time being, we're definitely just going to stick with Sprite. So looks like pretty much everything's here. Obviously, Elf isn't because Link monsters aren't allowed in this event. So yeah, I think me playing Sprite for any given scenario is not the most surprising thing in the world. What can I say? It's a fun deck. It's a great deck. I think I'll start with both Smashers and Gamma Burst. Yeah, I think this is good for now. Okay, so now we gotta think about some of the other engines that we want to play. I was actually thinking about this a little bit before the stream started, and one thing that I was thinking in particular is that it might not necessarily be the best idea to do the Frog engine, because it seems like it might be kind of hard to get both Swap and Ronin into the graveyard if you're overlaying them. Right, because if you're linking them off, then that's one thing, but detaching, you know, typically only means that one's only gonna go to the graveyard. So I think that Melvi gonna go to the graveyard. Whoa. So, I think that Melvi gonna go to the. Sorry about that. Reverb. Anyway, Melfi. We're gonna play Melfi. Temeri Melfies. Here's Melfi of the Forest. Here's Caddy and Penny. And I think that's all we really need. Oh, and then the Herald, of course. So the other thing I was thinking about too was the Nimble engine. Again, I think without the Link monsters, I don't think the Nimble engine is quite as good. Because really you're only going to get value out of Angler if you can discard it. I guess you could play Foolish Burial as well, but is that really worth playing the whole engine just for a one-of that's not searchable? Kind of inclined to say no. But I would like to play Beckoning Beast. Sounds pretty good. And then, of course, Gates. Okay, so this would be our engine so far. This looks pretty good to me. Now, at this point, let's just see what our rank 2 options look like. Gin Buster is a great card. Mosquito's obviously insane. Pearly Stuff is rank 2s. I did see somebody talking about Pearly Sprite. That might be interesting to try. Onibimaro Soul Sweeper is an insane card. Centuria without Zeus is actually not bad, because then we can kind of save Mosquito for OTKing. If we need like a Zeus style option, we could go into Centuria. Gusto Phoenix, funnily enough, does open up even more OTK lines. Mannequin Cat's a pretty good card. Cat Shark also opens up OTK lines. I mean, we just have so many ways to OTK potentially. What does this one do again? Detach one material from this card. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls until the end of his turn. Change its attack to 0. Also negate its effects. So yeah, notably does have to have a Phantom Knight card as a material, but might not be an awful going second card. Negating something's effects and reducing the attack to 0 could potentially be relevant, and we do still have quite a few slots here in the extra deck. Is there anything that we want to double up on that we're already playing? I could see, especially since we're on Dark Beckoning Beast, I could actually see playing a second Gin Buster here. That's not a horrible idea. Let's see. Yeah, so Epperly Beauty is also another... It would be for our deck a Spell Speed 1 negate option. Does have more attack than the Phantom Knight one. But the thing I do like about the Phantomite one is that it also reduces the attack of the opponent's monster to 0, which for me is going to slightly give it the edge. Obviously, if we were playing a Pearly build, I would just play the Pearly Beauty. This requires Beasts, which we do have, to be fair. You know what? I guess I say the Nimble Engine isn't worth it. Nimble Beaver still has to be worth it. Oh, that's not a Reich too. This. And it's like, I don't know, if you're playing the Nimble Beaver, maybe we just play an Angler anyway with Foolish Burial, although that feels like it's still adding a brick to our deck. I guess at the end of the day, it is a level 2 monster. Is there anything else we want to Foolish, though? Not especially. I think I might actually leave that out. We'll start with this. I could see myself maybe adding another Nimble monster. But since we're playing the Beavers and the Melfies, now I could actually see us playing, God, what is it? Here we go, the Ronin Raccoon. It's basically like Draco Sack. It's not that good, though. It's fine. We could play, like, another Melfi rank, too. I don't think this would be as good as the Ronin, though. Could double up on something like Undimara Soul Sweeper. I don't really think that's super necessary. I think this is fine for level 4 synchros. I don't think we need anything else. We already doubled up on Djinn Buster. Play Herald of Pure Light to add stuff back. I think we'll try the Ronin Raccoon. Better to have it not need it than need it not have it. Alright, let's see what we got for hand traps. Maxi is out. That's understandable. But yeah, Nib is out, of course, because it's over level 5. So we're definitely going to play Ash Blossoms. Let's play Call Buys. I don't know about Cross Out. I might. Imperm seems pretty good. Oh, can we play Dominus Impulse? Not if we play the Melfi stuff. But I think the Melfi stuff is worth it. I mean, we could actually still play Dominus Impulse and just not do Melfi stuff. Like, especially if we're going second, we're just going to OTK them anyway. I'm going to try it. Of course, we have Mulcharmies. Pearly is good because it counters Sharks. That's interesting. I was a little bit disappointed with Fulos in the Fusion Link event. Didn't feel as good as I hoped it would. In a lot of matchups. This is 9 hand traps. I guess a lot of Xyz decks do tend to summon from hand. I want to throw in like at least a little bit of like variety here. Even like a Droll and Mockbird. I mean, if we're playing that many different stuff, it's like we might as well play Cross Out. Although I think Talents would be better. I think I might just start with this. Let me look over this one more time. Maybe we can, I'm trying to think of how good Droll and Mockbird is. You know, I've also seen people playing Tearlaments because Kikolos is level 5, and you can still go into Window, which is also level 5, which I think is kind of interesting. I might try that at some point, potentially. I was going to say if I get bored with this, but it's Sprite. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm wondering how needed something like Ghost Spell is. I feel like I'd rather just have another Veiler. Ghost Ogre, I'm willing to try. Because people always jam. I was going to say Blue Eyes, but this is under 5, so Ghost Ogre's not going to be, or I mean, Blue Eyes isn't really going to be around. But also keep Ghost Ogre. I think this is fine. We'll start with this. Yeah, let's load up our deck. Copy. This always screws me up for some reason. I'm like, copy from my deck. Oh. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, we're going first. Good. Yeah, I'm interested to see what our turn 1 board is going to look like here. Okay, well that's really good opening hand. There's the Perillia. Am I gonna Ash that? I think I actually might. I think I will. Just because I do summon a lot from hand. Purley is good in this event, huh? Also, this board might not have the music I thought it did, but that's okay. Alright, we'll just start with Beaver. Okay, no response to that. Don't have to worry about Nib, which is so nice. It means I can just jam stuff. Although we could actually play around. No. Well, yeah, no, we could play around Nib here if we wanted to. If it was in this format. But I'm going to go for an early Jhin Buster still. Just in case they have, you know, another hand trap. Let's get Smashers, yeah. We could go Gigantic Starter and go for Red and Carrot and just have 3 negates. That seems pretty good to me. I've been liking Jhin Buster in Sprite in like regular format as well. I actually like playing Jhin Buster a lot more than Melfi stuff. Oh, Melfi stuff, we could do that too. I mean, I guess an Omni is probably better than... An Omni/bounce option is probably better than just a regular negate, right? So yeah, let's make Melfi the Forest here instead of Gigantic. Yeah, event formats are usually, you don't need quite as many negates on board to power through stuff, and we're going to put up 3 here, which is pretty solid. And we have the Smashers as well. Let me set that before I forget to. And I already have Jhin Buster, so I'm going to start her for the... That's another thing. If we feel like we need more extenders, we could always play a second copy of Red and or Carrot. Okay, end phase, Caddy will summon. Also, we'll even get an extra negate/attack prevention with the Melfi of the Forest if we time that well. Alright, let's see what our opponent does here. Notably, our opponent actually has, if you look at their icon frame, this means they got, what was it, top 1000 in the Xyz Cup event? Okay, it's Tearlaments Rhino Heart, so it looks like it's that Tearlaments deck I was mentioning earlier. Yeah, let's definitely go for the Caddy here into Herald of the Arclight for sure. Top 100, not even 1000. Okay. Havness is activating here, so... This is going to summon and then mill. I'm fine with that, right? Yeah. Because I can just Jhin Buster whatever Fuser... Well, Shira, not whatever Fuser. Oh, they can chain block, to be fair, around my Jhin Buster. Herald of the Arclight banishes stuff sent from deck or field? Hand or main deck. Okay, well, that is a bit unfortunate they got to send to so many things before we could get the Herald of the Arclight in play. Yeah, they're going to chain block this Shiren. But we could also... Cannot attack, has its effects negated. Maybe I should have done that later. Okay, let's go for the Herald. Might as well put it in the EMZ. Yep, there goes the Beast. That's why I didn't... Well, I couldn't have Jhin Bustered the Squamata anyway, but even if the Scream wasn't on the chain link, I wouldn't have Jhin Bustered the Squamata for that reason. Still have Smashers, still have all of our negates. Obviously going to try to keep the Herald of the Arclight around if possible. Okay, they're thinking pretty hard about this. Alright, putting back their 2 Fusers makes sense. Or no, it was Perulia. I don't know why I thought Havness was in there. Okay, let's see what they end up doing here. They're debating if they want to activate the Get Close effect or not. Which, I kind of don't blame them. Well, I guess it really depends if they're trying to add something or not. What could they add here that would be useful to them? I guess it depends if they have... Well, they can't do Shiren because it'll get banished. Obviously, if they send anything to the graveyard, that'll get banished too. Now, this can add the spell and trap cards, though, which does make me feel a little bit inclined to negate it with the Jin Buster. I'm trying to think if there's a better negation we'll get. We might actually, in the form of Havness. We could also stop that with Herald if we really need to. I'm going to Jin Buster this. I really don't want to deal with a Tearlaments spell or trap card on top of stuff I already have to deal with. Like, I'm already going to probably have to Smashers the Kit Close at this rate, and it's still not going to save stuff like my Herald of Arclight from being destroyed. Maybe in that vein, I don't know. I just don't want to give the Herald of Arclight too early. Because I feel like that's keeping them from making a lot of plays right now. We can wait till battle phase to Smashers if we need to. Okay. They're probably gonna go, I don't know, like this first. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think this is a good time to activate it, because then if they have like a response, I can chain the Herald here. So let's banish the starter. Yes. Doesn't target either, which is pretty good for us here. Ugh, Super Poly. That we can't respond to, unfortunately. Using Kit Close and Jin Buster for the Mud Dragon. Makes sense. We do still get to banish here, though, which is nice. Yeah, we're definitely going to give up the... Yeah. We'll just give up the Melfi of the Forest. And 2 cards in hand. We should probably just banish the Havness, right? I feel like that makes the most amount of sense, because the Carrot can't get battled over anyway, and the Arclight can get battled over with other stuff, so let's just do that. Ooh, this is nice. These are all going to get banished. Well, the monsters, I guess. Getting back a Tearlaments trap card. I might have negated that if I thought about it. Like, I guess if I thought about it a little longer and realized the spell traps are coming back. That might have actually been worth the negate, because this is going to get battled over anyway. But at the same time... No, yeah, I should have just negated there. That would have been the smart play. Triple Tactics Thrust, huh? Yeah, it's not looking good for us here. They have Meta Noise, 1 Unknown, and then whatever they get off Thrust. Foolish Burial, huh? Okay, that's fine, because they already used Shiren Zeph, so they can't fuse again. Unless they're sending something else that's maybe equally scary. But I don't know what they could send that would be scarier than a Tear Fuser. Okay, Trick Clown to go into a rank 4. Sure. Redoer? For Rhino Heart for it to go into Shiren next turn. Or to mill Shiren next turn, rather. That would let them go into Winda on my turn. It's probably what they're planning, if I had to guess. They have the Meta Noise in hand, too. They could keep that in hand to get the Rhino Heart effect. So it'll kind of come down to what I top deck. Because if I just peel like Sprite Red, I'm probably just fine at that point. If that's what if the Redoer thing is what they end up doing. Okay, they're making Dugaris. Okay. So they're going for the risky play. I feel like Redoer was the safe play, and this is the risky play. They're gambling by drawing. Sending the Soliek to search. Okay. Havness is already banished, which makes me pretty glad that... Okay, yeah, it's just going to get Rhino Heart they can't use. So Rhino Heart, Meta Noise. They did have a Shiren, or they might have just drawn that, too. Okay, now they can just make Redoer with these. And then Grief was another one of their last cards. So this is Meta Noise then. We know that for sure. Yes, I should have expected the tier player to Gamba. Stealth Kraken, interesting. That's a quick effect to destroy water monsters? They have Meta Noise too? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to play through that, I think. That might be a bit much. Let's try. Yeah, it would make more sense to summon Beaver here. Interesting, they chose not to respond. The problem is, I don't think I have anything that can't be destroyed by card effect. Okay, they're using Meta Noise to turn one of these face down. Oh, and they can send Shyren. Yeah, alright, I'll give it to him here. That's GG's. That was good, that was well played on their part. Alright, going second against Silver. Let's see how well we open here. I didn't even count the number of hand traps. I think we have 12. Pretty sure we do, at least 12. Okay, we got Droll. That's something. Let's see, 2, 3, 7. Okay, we have 13. Yeah. It's Suship! I have no idea how good Droll is against this deck. Hopefully at least a little. Ooh, they got shark stuff in there too. Alright, what does this one do? Draw a card, can make a second attack this battle phase. When your Gunkan monster is special from the extra deck, inflicts battle damage to the opponent. Target a card the opponent controls, destroy it. Okay, gotcha. Hey, look, it's Gamma Burst. That's convenient. Alright, we're gonna start with a normal summon Penny. Cool. That way we can get this in play. Awesome. Love to see it. That is completely fine. I might even just chain the starter just for the lulz. Don't need to get Jet here. We can just go for red. Is that an OTK through 2200? This doesn't get like a buff from battling or anything, does it? Hang on. Let me read this real quick. Based on monster control, some of the extracts since you're rated by an opponent's card, your opponent pays life points equal to exactly the monster's defense, and you can apply this effect. Special summon Shard from your hand. You can special summon a Gunkan from the... Okay, so if I battle over this, that's going to trigger, right? I think I might actually grab Jet here and then go for Gamma Burst. Does that leave me enough damage, though? Let's see. I could still make Gigantic here, too. So... I don't think this is enough. I'm pretty sure this is not 8k with Gamma Burst. I've done this calculation many times. Because this is 24, 34, plus 14 times 3 is 42, and 34 plus... Yeah, that's 76. But if I overlead these two into Gigantic... or no, sorry, these two into Gigantic, I'm pretty sure that is a net gain in total stats. And that might be enough to push me over. Because this would be 16 plus 13 is 29. 39 plus 42, that would be 81. So I think this is enough. Virtue Stream. Okay, we're gonna have to negate that with Carrot. So, alright, let's do this. Alright, that definitely screws up our math, but at least we don't have to deal with the back row anymore. They only have 2 cards going into the third one on their turn. Alright, so if we can't OTK, we might have to shift strategies a little bit here. Let's see. I might need to put in a monster that's actually good to summon off Gigantic that's not like blue or jet or something. But let's just go for red here. Let me think for a moment. I could Smashers the field spell, because this is a once per turn, right? But then I have to use Smashers and Gamburst to not OTK. I wonder if it's worth it to even do that, or if I should just set these two and pass. That's kind of an interesting scenario we're in now. I kind of feel like... You know what? Actually... I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to set these two and pass. And then when they go to battle, I can Smashers... I could potentially, like, Smashers the field spell. Like, once the attack is declared, I could Smashers the field spell and then Damage Step. Gamma Burst, potentially. We'll just see what they do. Okay, good. They're going straight to battle. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Well, you know, I could even Gamma Burst Damage Step, because this won't... Actually, this might activate in the Damage Step. Yeah, I'll play it safe here. I'm gonna do this... Yeah, now that the attack is declared, let's go... Smashers... Banish. Okay. And am I gonna get rid of my Gigantic? I think I will, yeah. Maybe I should just gotten rid of the Xyz monster. I just didn't want them to get more advantage, but they didn't summon, so... Okay, that was literally the best way that could have played out for me. That's an okay top deck. They're at 7,600, so if I go Gigantic into blue jet, yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Graveyard effect is Gamma Burst straight, yeah. Would be unfortunate if I got hit with Valor, Ash, or Imperm here, but I'm just gonna gamble. Oh shit, they do have something. I don't like that. At least we have Dominus Impulse. Have we activated... Oh, that's only from the hand, right? Yeah, we can still set it. Okay, they have Ash. I think it was still worth trying to go for it there. In the grand scheme of things. They had another quick effect during the attack. That's kind of interesting. What if it's like a random Suship effect or something? Okay, it's only during my main phase I get the attack buff from the graveyard. Okay, this searches, yeah. Specifically the normal monster, the Shari. Oh, but they can add Shari Red. Because Shari Red's like, it's like the Harpy Ladies where it kind of always counts, right? But I can impulse this, and I definitely want to, right? Special summon, negates effects, then Exceed summon, and they just have another copy of that and one other card in hand, so we're going to impulse that. The last card seems to be another quick effect of some kind. Excellent top deck, 10 out of 10 top deck, love to see that. We're still going to start with Gigantic's effect and just see if we can bait out whatever this last quick effect is. It's Impulse, love to see it. So these are both Shari Reds. Show them the starter, maybe they'll concede. Either way, we've got it. Do we have it actually for sure? Like, do we have it locked in? This is 3K 41. We might not actually. Hang on a sec. We might still need to try a little bit here. Oh, but you know what? No, we do have it because we can go into Daigusto Phoenix. Hang on. They keep getting past priorities. Did they have something? Like, do they have a graveyard effect? I'm so okay, you banish this card from graveyard, target one face-up monster in the field. If it is a water monster, the next time it would be destroyed. Okay, I think that's what it is. Detach, target you. Now we can give it 1400 attack points. Beautiful. All right. Ooh, that was a good one. They scared me. I thought there was going to be some random battle phase effect, but no, they were just bluffing. They were just bluffing. That was a good one. All right. Let's keep going. I think we need like, what, 11 wins to finish the event? Alright, going first. Even though we lost the coin flip. Oh, because, yeah. I was like, Tenpai's not a thing, but Zodiac is. And also just going second missions in general. This person might just be mission farming. Oh, it's Silver again. It's the same person. That's awesome. It's the Runback indeed. I'm down for a Runback. I'm always down for a Runback. Shouldn't have put these in the same column. Mech Knight's not a thing in this event anyway. So I could use Beckoning Beast plus Blue or Jet to make Gigantic, detach Beckoning Beast, opening, summon back Beckoning Beast, and still make Djinn Buster. Thanks for coming by, Arcane Ape. Hope you have a good one. Are you? You're not bluffing Nib, are you? It does actually make me wonder if I should... I'm gonna start her first in case it's Valor or Ash Blossom. Oh, Valor, it'd be Valor. I wouldn't fault somebody for bluffing Nib in this event just out of, like, habit. That's something I could 100% see myself doing. Okay, it's Ash Blossom. Am I actually going to negate that with red? I might not, because here's the thing. Like, what am I going to summon? This is fine, actually. I'm going to let that resolve. I'm just going to bring back the... Oh, but I don't get to detach the thing, and now I can't make Jin Buster, so I should have actually stopped that. It's not that big of a deal, though. I shouldn't have... Oh, it'll give us defense. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do that. We still got 2 negates. We have a called by. That should be enough, hopefully, probably, maybe. It is Suship again. I just want those going second missions. Let's keep the top 3. I could negate and destroy this. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. It's a deck you know you shouldn't like because everyone hates it, but you enjoy. I don't know, I kind of felt that way about Math Mech for a while. Not like recently, but like, I don't know, maybe like a year or so ago. Or like, maybe even longer. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Thank you so very much for watching all the way to the very end of the video, which by the way is one of the best ways to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, take a look at the names on screen. These are folks who have been so generous as to either join as a YouTube member or subscribe over on patreon.com/Hexlex to support. There's also perks for doing so. If you would like to see YouTube videos early, as well as some exclusive videos that get uploaded to YouTube, but for one reason or another I decide not to publish, definitely go ahead and hit that join button to see content early as well as some exclusive content. If you're looking for more exclusive content, over on patreon.com, I upload exclusive videos that are not posted on YouTube just about every single day. Whether you choose to subscribe over on Patreon, join as a YouTube member, or simply continue to watch, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. But for now, this is Hexlex. I am signing out, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.